Okay, I've been away again. Missed a day of market outlook as well as my backtesting session. I'll get this daily market outlook going out now and then a backtesting session a little later, potentially two, but I will go a little longer through the backtesting to make up for missed days, let's say. Um, Going into it, I actually haven't caught any trades this week yet. I don't think so. I don't think I have. But regardless, we've been pretty on point with the market so far. I mean, yesterday obviously I missed, but I was looking for downside coming from euro. So we'll hop into the higher time frames. We already are on the 4 hourly, but regardless, you can see here we respected this daily demand, moved up, got a change of character. Same with the 4 hour break of structure. However, we just could not push past these highs. Obviously, this is still just a little reaction. We did see this before moving up. It was something, where was it? Where we got the retracement. Can't really find it. I think it might have been, where we took highs, came down. That's looking exactly like today. I think it might honestly have been this when we were creating new highs. Where we swept here, came down again to sweep liquidity before punching back up. Sorry, I'm taking a little second because I remember this happened previously. I just can't really pinpoint where it was. That's my fault. Anyways, that's all that's happening right now. So as you can see on the 4 hour time frame, we'll hop onto the hourly to point out the liquidity grabbed. Let me turn off this indicator. I really like this indicator because it just shows the session times. You can see highs, lows really quickly. It's all boxed out clean for us. But anyways, as you can see on the euro, we were pushing up, could not break these highs. This is what I was waiting for more confirmation. I was hoping we could get into this before selling off, but as you can see, it just didn't break these highs and came straight down. All that was doing was collecting all this leftover liquidity here and just below it here, as well as all the way down here. It's just collecting liquidity, filling more and more orders as much as possible before we move back to the upside. So you can hop on the 4 hour time frame and see we came down, collected this liquidity. After moving out of this daily demand, yes, you probably could have got an entry off of the changer character here, for instance, and caught longs at maybe a 1 or 2% return, easy. Or you waited for this confirmation, break of structure, come back down, and now we hit our 4 hour demand and we are reacting bullishly out of it. So on the hourly, even the 4 hour, you can see we have gotten our change of character. It is little, but regardless, we have gotten that internal break, same as the hourly. Hourly, we have done it a little more significantly, breaking these highs. Let me remove these drawings for you to make it clearer. We have broken these. So today, all I'll be looking for is coming into London. Let me try and mark this out. Here, coming into London, I'm hoping we can somewhat make a nicer zone to give entry off of. But here, honestly, even entering off of the higher time frames, if you were lucky enough to have caught a limit off of the demand zone here, stops just below the lows and targeting the highs, then very well done. You've caught a nice trade. I honestly think we will come all the way back up here and potentially even taking out these highs, FOMC highs that created this huge wick just to keep forming market structure, because all we did was collect liquidity, come down, tap into the demand zone. Now we're getting entry out of it. Regardless, you could even look for a trade regardless now, this morning, taking trade something like either Asia lows. I believe these are Asia lows. If I just turn this on really quickly, yeah, just below Asia lows here, we'll move this entry here, Asia lows, target the highs. This is also, it's a valid trade, honestly, but safely put it below New York lows. But we have started to get this upside confirmation, which I'm really liking. Same with the 2-hourly, we've broken these highs, which honestly I think daily hasn't really created that bottom wick, but regardless, I honestly think we pump up to take these highs. Whether that's today or tomorrow, that should likely happen. So I am now looking for long positions coming into the day, whether it is during London or New York. I am just looking for some sort of confirmation to take a trade off of a valid zone. Moving into GU, we will once again remove this and hop into the higher time frame. As you can see, I was waiting for the short coming into this zone, this little bump in the road here. I really thought this was a good level of liquidity and inducement. I thought it would come down, retrace, maybe break structure on the smaller time frames before coming up, tapping us in and delivering down to these lows. As you can see, that was not the case. We did not tap into that. I don't even think we tapped into any, maybe the 2-hour. No, we couldn't even tap a 2-hour demand zone. So regardless, still looking short, especially because we have indeed broken these lows now on all the time frames from hourly, 2-hour, 4-hour. These lows are all broken, which means now I might honestly be moving my new point of interest to this level here. We've just come up, little bump in the road, come back down, broken structure. We're filling this. This is a daily demand, but honestly, I believe we push past this to take out these lows. That is what I'm looking for. This is also a huge daily demand that is in control, but honestly, this demand zone right here on the daily, it's a nice 4-hour, hourly, everything. I'm hoping we can come up, price push into this area right here, where I can then take shorts off of down, whether it's to these lows, I take partials, go to break even, and then hold to down here. I'm really liking this position because I do think we move down here in the long run. Anyways, going into UJ now on the 4-hourly, you can see we are clearly bullish. I was looking for longs yesterday. Sorry, I was looking for I was looking for shorts the other day. I was looking for, what was I looking for shorts? I think it was maybe this zone, but regardless, these are longs that I missed out on here, as you can see, because I was hoping, I'm still not even hoping, I'm very confident that we should take out these highs before moving to the downside at all. Like, yes, we do have this liquidity here, but I think genuinely we do take this out. And before I wait for any sort of shorting confirmation, I want to see how we react off of these highs. Regardless, the other day you can see here my positions drawn out. I did not end up making this entry here. Let me try and move it into replay for you. Do a quick little trade recap. Okay, so on the 30-minute, you could see we are bullish, really bullish, nice. I had this zone marked out, which I now regret not taking off of. This is really not neat at the moment, sorry. I had this drawn out, wasn't confident enough to set a limit, but as you can see, straight from the zone, broke structure, we got our 3-candle formation, came up, left inducement, before coming up, breaking highs again, slow and steady market structure down towards, leaving little taps of inducement, before coming down, tapping us in and moving up. I didn't set the limit order, which meant I was waiting for confirmation. We got confirmation and broke, so realistically, I could have entered off of, say, this wick's closure and targeted the same here for a 1 or 2, but to be honest, I don't really know what I was thinking, but yeah, you can see my limit was so close, but so far to being tapped. I think it was on this here. Yeah, it was the bottom of the 15-minute fair value gap, as well as a tiny 15-minute order block. It was a 5-minute order block here as well. You can see I had a limit set for here and then a limit down here for a double entry, but we just did not get tapped in. It's unfortunate. You don't always hit every trade. This is what I was really liking this, so I was a bit bummed that I couldn't take this trade earlier this week. But today, honestly, Could still look for longs after we've grabbed this liquidity and come to the upside, just waiting for something else. Still waiting for these highs to be taken. If these highs get taken and don't get closed above, so for example, like these highs before I took two really nice shorts on UJ, if we can come up and just wick these highs before following back down, my new area of interest would be these lows here, all these orders as you can see in the middle, little 4-hour demand zone here, and that's probably what I'll be targeting for shorts depending how we react off of this zone. Moving into gold, once again, oh, this is, I don't remember, what was that? Thursday, I think that was a that was an FOMC gamble on paper. Anyways, regardless, coming here. Honestly, yesterday I was looking for longs here as well for gold. You can see here, it was a really nice 30-minute zone. Really nice on the 15-minute as well down here to refine it a little bit more. But the only thing that turned me off is after everything was so clean, so during Asia, formed the zone, then Asia came back up to break that. We came, broke these highs again, came back down, left inducement. The only thing that I wanted before setting a limit order for this was for after this inducement to break this. We couldn't break that. On the 30-minute, you can see it was like realistically would have been better to break that, get a closure even on the smaller time frames, but even on the smaller time frames, like we couldn't close above highs. In here, came down, just was fighting to wick above it. Here we pushed up and then ended up reacting bearishly from all of these little zones. All of these zones gave a bearish reaction. I wanted just clean bullish before coming down and tapping us in, but obviously you have to wait. This is why you wait for price action confirmation. This is why your win rate is so shit. You need to wait for confirmation, or not even confirmation out of a zone. Wait for confirmation before the zone is hit. I'll go into a video in more depth about that. But regardless, if you see something like this, no highs get broken, reverses. Forms this, no highs get broken, reverses. It's showing that the bearish and the sellers are in control. But anyways, today for gold, I honestly think we're just sweeping liquidity. It ended up going up. I think I marked this zone earlier during the week when I had a market outlook. As you can see, we reversed off of it, but like, ain't no one's trading towards the end of New York session. Well, personally, I'm not trading then either. But I'm honestly too skeptical to be taking shorts on gold. Like, yes, realistically I could, but we're just so bullish right now. It's hard to tell whether to take longs or longs or shorts, because the confirmation doesn't mean much. As you can see here from the zone that I was liking yesterday, we swept here, didn't close below, so we swept previous New York. We didn't sweep previous London, but we swept previous New York, came up, broke structure, formed a nice zone, which I was hoping to end up going to take those highs after. But as you can see, that just did not happen. Anyways, today just based off of mechanics, this is a really nice shorting zone. Just from what's been formed. We've come up, tapped this zone, reversed off of it. In the middle of forming this zone, we've come down, couldn't close above any highs, which is a first, took out this liquidity, closed below it, took out this liquidity, closed below it, and now I honestly think we're going to start aiming for these. So today I think we start taking these out and the New York lows out. So if we do get movement to the upside, I will be confident to take shorts. It's really nice. From the 15 is really nice and refined actually. You can see here, it is textbook, just fucking doesn't get much better than that based off of mechanics. Break of structure, market structure shift, come down, we're breaking all of these. New York was really bearish yesterday. Anyways, come up, leave inducement. Come up, leave more inducement. So honestly, this is a position that I am well and truly looking for down towards these lows. So hopefully with Asia, we can come up, just form nice market structure moving up, break these highs. Then after forming a last little bit of inducement, this is of like theoretical, during London, we come up, form inducement, come back down, break lows, and give a breaker structure to the downside before coming up, tapping us in, and delivering to the downside. It's just taking shorts on gold right now while it's all the way up here is really ballsy. It is a really ballsy play, but we do need to collect more liquidity before moving up. Like, something cannot be so overvalued and keep being bought without enough orders being filled. Like, it needs to come down. Honestly, even down to here, check the daily. Down to this daily demand. This should be a huge draw. But anyways, that is the market outlook for today. So gold, really hard to form a bias. However, if anything, I would be looking short simply because we've closed below all this liquidity. It wasn't a liquidity grab move back up. It was a liquidity grab close below shit on the orders. So I think we're going to come down and take more liquidity. GU, we have now, obviously, we did not get shorts out of this zone that we would have wanted. We've now broken these lows, moving up into this zone. This zone should take control. Hopefully we can take shorts off of that. Along with Euro, we are looking bullish. We've come up, swept liquidity, broken these highs after coming up. Swept liquidity, come down into a 4-hour demand zone before filling orders and coming back up to break minimum these highs and potentially keep forming good market structure, taking out these fractal highs.